I made a number that's 160 yeah, they say he keep on evolving. How you so steady with it? They say he had pockets swollen. You gotta show me the shit.
The story begins when two boys play the Super Attack Families game known as TACFAM. The game is simple but deep, possesses a rare level of professionalism, and has the biggest player base in today's online gaming. One of them is Shuji Nakamura, who is great in looks, grades, sports, and girls, and the internal leader of the class, and the other one is Fumiya Tomozaki, a top-ranked TACFAM player and the best in Japan. Fumiya Tomozaki wins, and Shuji Nakamura loses, blaming his bad character. Foxy and Afound are characters in the game. Shuji Nakamura called this game garbage, suggesting a rematch with different characters. They play again, but fortunately, Fumiya Tomozaki wins again. At night, when Fumiya Tomozaki plays the game, he learns about a player named No Name, ranked second nationally. While Fumiya excels at fighting maneuvers and combo building, No Name surpasses him in dodging combos. Fumiya receives a message from No Name asking for a meetup. He agrees. During lunch, Aoi Hanami, a beautiful and intelligent girl, approaches Shuji Nakamura for assistance on duty. On her way, she spots Fumiya Tomozaki and learns about his TACFAM victory. Later, Fumiya meets No Name, only to discover it's Aoi Hanami. Shocked, they exchange concerns about each other's lives. Aoi criticizes Shuji Nakamura for being a rock-bottom loser and shares her thoughts on Fumiya Tomozaki's appearance and attitude. She told him he has a minimum standard of meeting any person in life. Today he came to meet her with dirty sneakers, jeans with tattered hems, and shirts which are full of wrinkles.
Emotional, damn it!
After that, she apologized to him for her rude words. Fumiya explains his lack of confidence and communication skills, expressing discontent with those who enjoy rich offline lives. Aoi challenges him to change, offering to teach him the rules of life. She takes him to her house. Aoi advises him on changing his character through expressions and posture, emphasizing effort and confidence. Fumiya is skeptical, but Aoi insists life is a god-tier game, teaching him its rules step by step. Fumiya eventually accepts life as a god-tier game, intrigued by the idea. She told him that in this game he gets a lot of freedom. He just has to do imagination and make characters in life. She gave him a mask box. She offered him lunch for further details. At lunch, Aoi discusses the importance of expressions and assigns Fumiya tasks, such as smiling at everyone. He can do this task with a smile. When he continues to do this practice, his facial muscles help him to smile every time. He agreed. They agree to meet in Sewing Room 2 for just 30 minutes before and after their classes for daily tasks and performance reviews. In Sewing Room 2, Aoi reveals Fumiya's ultimate goal, satisfaction in offline life. Small and medium goals are set. His small goal is to make his family members or close friends ask him if he has a girlfriend. He has done it by glowing and improving his vibes and appearance. His medium goal is to make a girlfriend before starting the third year of high school. He assigned a daily task to achieve his goals. His first task is to talk with at least 3 girls at school. Fumiya considers the challenge unreasonable. Fumiya Tomozaki sits in class and thinks about his daily tasks. He has to talk first to his neighbor named Yusu Azumi. The other girl sitting next to him at home is named Minami Nanami, and the third girl is of his choice, assigned by Aoi Hanami. He decides to talk to Azumi and asks for a tissue because he has a cold. She does not have it, but she borrows a tissue from her friend named Kikuchi. She gives it to him, and when he removes his marks to use the tissue, she is surprised to see his teeth grinning. He became nervous. However, he tells her his teeth hurt, and after all, he can at least talk with one girl. After that, he goes to the home economics class to talk to a girl named Mimamai Nanami, who is Aoi Hanami's friend. When he approaches her, she asks why he came there so early. He replies, no reason, and advises her, like an old person, that she had not to be too free with anyone as a teenage girl. She laughs at him and his advice simultaneously. Aoi Hanami arrives, and Minami Nanami tells her about all this. Shuji Nakamura and his friend came, and Minami Nanami also told them about her conversation with Fumiya Tomozaki. But they told her they cannot find it funny at all, and they make fun of Minami Nanami. Aoi Hanami comes to help her and makes Shuji Nakamura ashamed because he lost the TACFAM game with Fumiya Tomozaki and got 4 votes agreeing that he is weird. Both the girls appreciate Fumiya Tomozaki for his sense of humor. In the sewing room, Aoi Hanami appreciates him for his first day practice but also tells him that Kikuchi saw his grinning, and he also blew his nose without trying to be discreet. Due to this, she says he is lower than the Earth score. After that, she decides to tell him about posture in the next class. In the next class, she tells him that his body and mind are connected and that improving his posture can change his state of mind. She comes close to him, touches his butt.
Naughty, naughty, you teasing me, you naughty, naughty.
He became nervous, but she told him she just checks his muscles and tells him he has to use his muscles and stand straight, and he can talk with her, her friend, or anyone in her circle. He has to do this every day of the week. He considers it a little hard. After school, he walks with Hashiguchi Matsumoto and Minami Nanami, who talk about strength training. He asks them about butt muscles training, and they are surprised to hear about it. He feels ashamed. But at the same time, Aoi Hanami comes and tells them she also works on butt muscle training because she has some sizzling physical issues in her butt muscles. After that, he thanks her for saving. He comes to know he and Minami both go together because they both have to get off at Kitayono and on the way. Tells him she lives her life with just a smile on her face and a lot of energy. She also asks him about his relationship with Aoi Hanami, but he tells her they are just friends, and anything she does with him is for himself only. She offers to play the TACFAM game with her because he is good at it, but he replies he does not want to play because he has to have fun in real life. In the sewing room, Aoi Hanami appreciates him because he is good at speaking according to his mind. She gives the example of Minami Nanami, who is flexible and says what's in her mind. On the other hand, her other friend, Hanabi, has a problem speaking about thoughts in her mind. He tells her it is difficult to say what is on his mind. She tells him she has to boost her conversation with anyone. The conversation has two rules: introduce new topics and expand on existing ones. She gives him an example of Mimamai Nanami starting any conversation by saying, "Check this out," or some yesterday phrases, and she expands them by saying, "This also happened to her." She tells him that using these two rules is good for talking with anyone. After that, she tells him hexactly. He wants to know about this word. She told him that hexactly is a habit of hers. It is a line from a retro game she played when she was little. This is a proper story game with a fighting justified theme, and kids like them a lot. He replied he also remembers and is a fan of it because it is famous. She advises him to focus on those two rules and gives him flashcards to memorize the topic and a pocket recorder to record their entire conversation today, which helps him learn how to talk. They decide to meet at Omiya Station at 11 a.m. on Saturday because they have no school and club activities, and they plan to spend the whole day together. He came to meet her in a decent way of dressing, but he is a little late. She took him to an outfit shop for the character creation phase 2. He has to buy all the mannequins' outfits. He likes one outfit, and she told him to ask the employee to try it because it's a matter of size. He feels hesitant to ask the employee, but when he asks, he becomes nervous and cannot talk confidently. In the end, he buys the outfit. At lunch, he thought they would do some kind of training, but she told him it was just lunch. They ordered cheese-stuffed hamburger steak with Japanese-style sauce and split the tomato cheese one. She asked him if he listened to the pocket recorder. He replied he listened, and it was different from how he talked. She advised him to use phrases, not words, and tasked him to use only short vowel utterances during lunch, demonstrating with expressions like ek, eek, ooh, whoa, wow. At the same time, lunch arrived, and he was surprised to see his classmate Kikuchi. Kikuchi is surprised to see him here. They both meet up with each other. She served lunch and moved out. Aoi Hanami told him to make her his girlfriend because she is kind to everyone and may be interested in him. As they ordered, she brought their food and said his name first, but he replied he didn't even know if he liked her and felt weird about it. In the end, he decided to play the game of life the way he wanted, and they had their dinner and dessert, a New York-style cheesecake. The next day in sewing class, he looked different and told her he achieved his first goal. His sister asked him if he read a book to change his style. She is happy to see his efforts work. He set a little goal to go somewhere with a girl from school and to talk with Yu Azumi twice a day that week. He wondered why he had to talk to Azumi if he wanted to make Kikuchi his girlfriend. She replied that she wanted to make him talk comfortably with any girl and raise his status as a man in the class. He talked to Azumi and told her, in their English translation assignment, when the name Marcus Pudi popped up out of nowhere, to try to make it funny. She replied she hadn't done the assignment. He tried to say goodbye, but she moved out. In the sewing room, Aoi Hanami told him he just passed the mask in the way of talking and expressions barely. She told him to keep it up for the whole week. After that, she suddenly dropped him from his seat and told him to do his posture training daily. The whole week, he talked to her, and Aoi Hanami advised him. On Saturday, he talked to her about her dressing style. When he sat alone in the library, Kikuchi came to him and asked why he sat alone. He replied he was focusing on something, and she saw he was reading Michael Andy's books. She told him she was a great fan of it, and they were happy they could talk to each other. She told him her secret, that she had written a novel and thought he should read it. He agreed to read it. Aoi Hanami in the sewing room told him he and Kikuchi should go on a date and have fun. It has nothing to do with the essence of their relationship. He told her he passed the week's task. She told him in game terms when he fails to talk to Yu Azumi, he loses, and that means he has to do a game over. He can either start from the beginning or pick up where he left off. She told him there is a unique thing that makes life's game over gaining experience when you lose. He goes to level 3 now. When he goes home, he sees Yu Azumi there and talks about her dress, but she becomes angry when he moves. She asks him to teach her how to play the TACFAM game because he is good at it. Please subscribe to our channel for the latest update.
The songs I made in a month is 160 piece. They say you keep on the wall. steady with it. They say he had pockets swollen. You gotta show me the shit. Better say how.